Real Talk Sports. Woo! We are in Real Talk Sports pod number 12, baby. And as usual, the shows are rolling along. Today is a special day. It represents a day, first off, before we get into any sports, it represents a day where the sperm met the egg and the two started swimming together.
Hold on, no.
And
This is 9 months after the sperm met the egg.
Hey, man, this is my intro. Okay? Like I was saying, the sperm met the egg and he turned into this jerk named Vinny. Ladies and gentlemen, reaching 21 years old and able to bite a Bud Light line, Vicente Fernandez.
Woo! Thank you so much, man. It's my V-Day. I call it Happy V-Day for Vinny. I appreciate the love, Scott. I'm turning 21. I feel like a big man, but
I feel like a big man.
But to be honest with you, man, I feel like I've been 21 since I was 18.
Yeah, that's because you've been illegal as hell. I digress.
And we continue on.
No dare program for Vinny.
I've done my time.
Literally. And next up, Papa, the man who made it all passable. That little drop of joy that changed his life.
Oh, that's a terrible
Luis
image.
Fernandez.
That's a terrible image.
Hey,
seeing
real
droplets.
We tell it real.
Ah, it's nasty.
You did it.
Note to Mike Tannenbaum: don't listen to this show.
Draft Vinny. Vinny's a horse. He looked like he could play a little DN tight end. We put about 40 on him.
Man, put me at fullback. I'll get you 100 yards.
Don't put him at fullback. He doesn't have the feet for it. Put him at defensive end.
Ooh.
Let him replace Muhammad Wilkerson until he can figure out who he wants to be. But anyways, before we get off task, we have a lot to cover. It is a lot going on in the sports world. Ooh. We are in week 5 of the NFL season. But before we can go to week 5, we have to reminisce on week 4.
Do we have to?
Yeah, we have to.
Yeah, we gotta go back to 4.
I'm gonna go down the slate. We're not gonna take a lot of time, Vinny, for your sake. Week 4, you had the Cleveland Browns against the Baltimore Ravens, and they took a loss, 23-16.
One thing I saw out of this game was that the Cleveland Browns played a lot better.
They did. They were very competitive. They were very competitive.
Greg Little is a bum. He drops too many passes. They need another answer.
Yeah, they have no help.
And we actually ripped them on our show last week, and they played well. I think I picked the game being like 31-3 or something.
Oh yeah.
Do you think they'd have a win if Colt McCoy were the quarterback?
Yep. Absolutely.
Actually, I don't think that it would have mattered. I thought Brandon Whedon played very well. I think it's the receivers.
He threw for over 250 yards, didn't he?
He had a very good game. Yeah. He had a touchdown pass that could have tied the game in the end, and Greg Little didn't come up with it.
I mean, you can see the potential in Brandon.
Did we have a Montario Hardesty sighting?
Trent Richardson is the guy.
I don't think Montario got off the bench. I think Montario was actually in Ontario.
Richardson is the guy.
I think he was out shopping. Our money goes a little bit longer in Canada, so I think he took that signing bonus, went to Ontario, and watched the game from his iPhone.
He took the Adam Morrison route.
And wore his own jersey down the street. Yo, you know who I am, right? Hey, man, don't you got a game right now? Shut up. Next on the slate. The San Francisco 49ers beat down, for lack of a better word, on the New York Jets. And I have to say, fellas, I was extremely shocked. It was 34-0.
The only thing I have to say about this game was close at halftime. It was only 10. I think it was 10-0, 13.
Really?
Yeah, it was very close at halftime.
It was actually.
It was very close. In the second half.
Lou has his head down on the table right now for all that you. If you wonder why he isn't projecting as his usual, Louise.
In the second half, things fell apart, though. It just seemed like everything that could go wrong went wrong. Yes, Antonio Holmes going down with an injury. You had bad interceptions. You had a total ineptitude on offense. And then when your defense is on the field and they couldn't stop the run, it's tough to beat that 49ers team.
Now, one of the Niners players came out and said that the Jets quit. He said he felt like they quit.
Well, I feel like Carlos Rogers has been through a career of being a misfit, so just because he's on the Niners now, after years of being
covers up his discrepancy.
Inept, it doesn't cover it up. Right? You're not the guy on that defense.
You're not the guy.
If you're a Patrick Willis, I would take a little more respect from what you're saying. Right. But you're Carlos Rogers.
Yeah, Los, you might want to chill out because you might get torched next week. So, yep, we're gonna keep it moving.
Yeah, keep it moving.
Yeah, we're gonna keep it moving. The St. Louis Rams defeat the Seattle Seahawks 19-13.
I actually thought the Seahawks would come out, seeing that they got a cheap win. Maybe they'd ride that momentum and have a cheap win.
Russell Wilson looked human. He threw a few picks.
Well, Russell Wilson has never been above human. I don't know where they.
Last week he was.
Oh, the replacement referees were above human. I'm sorry.
Yeah. What about Luke? Give us something, baby. Give us something, Luke.
Russell Wilson is a rookie.
Yeah.
There you go.
I can dig it. The Atlanta
Rams
Falcons.
defense came big though. Rams defense came big.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We good?
Yeah.
I just want to make sure. Because I want to, our analysts here, we are very serious. I like to hear everybody's point of view. You guys have some great views, so I just want to make sure I'm not rushing you too much. All right. Next up on the slate, the Atlanta Falcons pull out a squeaker against the Carolina Panthers, 30-28. And I called it last week. I said the only thing I'm worried about is the Falcons underestimating the Panthers. Y'all was like, nah, they gonna blow them out.
My whole thing was, it's with Cam Newton, man. I love Cam Newton, but he basically lost that game for him last week. There was a drive at the end of the game where he could have got the first down, fumbled the ball, they didn't get the first down, and I don't think Ron Rivera had enough trust in it. He put too much trust in his defense, a part of their team which is extremely weak.
Extremely poor.
And even pinning them at the 1 yard line could have stopped Matt Ryan from taking them down for a field goal.
I was very shocked he didn't go for it on that 4th and 1.
I mean, with the way they were running the ball, I thought they could have made it.
I mean, that two-headed monster, it almost seemed second nature.
Like, to me, I would have just gave it to freaking Cam Newton up the middle and quarterback draw. Like, what the world?
He probably would have got it. But the chips fell. Matt Ryan threw a 59-yard pass to Roddy White from the 1 yard line. And then 2 completions after that. One to Tony Gonzalez, one to Harry Douglas to set up the field goal for the win.
I think that Ron Rivera just had too much pride in his defense. He is a defensive coach.
Yeah.
He prides himself on his defense. He needs to realize that his defense is not that good. And in order for him to win, he's going to have to rely on Cam Newton, his best player.
And for those of you that listened last week, I just have to give myself a shout out because everything I said was right. I said they got those 2 ends.
Are you feeling yourself, huh?
I mean, I was just right.
He's touching himself as we speak.
Hey.
One thing I saw that I've never really seen before, and at the Georgia Dome, Matt Ryan was hit a lot.
That's what I'm saying. Charles Johnson. Them boys got ugly.
Charles Johnson
5 sacks on Matt Ryan last week. Season high. 5 sacks last week. They was on his neck, man. They were on his neck.
And that shows something that the Falcons, they haven't had to deal with so far this season.
And if you want to mess with the Niners and with the Giants, you better get some blocking up.
I would have rather it happen like this because it was like they quit. There's a few plays I watched where they would have the block initially and they would let the man go, and that's when you make the sack. It's like, no, brother, go to the whistle.
Hold it.
Go back to the rules. Go to the whistle. Baby.
Yeah. Hold the block.
Great game by Michael Turner, by the way. After dealing with that whole arrest, that DUI, came out, played a great game.
Well,
he was sober.
Yeah, you got to sweat the alcohol out your system.
Once you drink some coffee and
he got his first 100-yard game.
Well,
of the season.
I mean, the first 3 games he didn't look like the same Michael Turner, and that game against the Panthers showed that yes, he still has it. I don't know how he got that catch and run to the end zone. I mean, he's
60 yards.
He's slow as shit. I don't know how you can't catch Michael Turner.
He's not as slow as you think, man.
Well, I mean, he's not terrible, but he's not the fastest guy in the world. He was burning the safety.
4.6, I believe. I think 4.6.
I know linemen who run 4.6.
Here we go. Michael Turner play D-tackle.
He's got to minimize.
Roddy White had 8 catches for 169 yards, 2 touchdowns. Shout out to Julio for playing decoy all game with a lacerated hand. Good job, Julio. You did your job. We're going to keep on down the slate.
Well, how did Tony Gonzalez do? Do you know?
Tony Gonzalez had 5 catches for like 65 yards.
Good.
Tony Gonzalez did the same thing every week.
He's solid.
I just want to stay on top of it because, I want to see how far into the thousands he's going to go.
Yeah. He had a Tony Gonzalez game. I think he had 1 touchdown.
Okay.
Next up, but we'll get to the Falcons later. Next up, we have...
we're not done with them yet?
No. Never. I gotta get back on the Robert McClain. Next up, the Minnesota Vikings defeated my B team, the Detroit Lions. Extremely disappointing. 20-13. The Lions in consecutive weeks have given up a kickoff and a punt return. They gave it up to Percy Harvin this week. The Lions are like a $2 whore right now. They're giving it up to everybody.
Well, I mean,
and I am extremely disappointed. And I can say it because I'm from there, damn it. Y'all disappointing me. Y'all are extremely disappointing me. There's no way we should have lost that game. And the bad thing about it was this week, I can't blame it on Stafford. Stafford was putting it in there. I seen Megatron drop a wide open pass.
Listen. The bread and butter that was, so easy last year to, just toss it up to Calvin Johnson. That's what everybody said. Teams have hopped on it. The Minnesota Vikings do not have a great cornerback core. They don't have a great secondary. But they closed in on Mr. Calvin Johnson. Brandon Pettigrew needs to step it up. Nate Burleson.
Well, that change, they putting those two safeties over the top really fucked Detroit, for lack of a better word.
And they don't have another playmaker besides Calvin Johnson that can handle a drive. Who can make that play.
Nobody stepped up.
McCullough Shore, I know he got injured, but he had a solid game.
Nobody stepped up last week.
Well, nobody's mentioned it yet, but being the NFL history buff that I am, I have to bring up the fact that the Detroit Lions are the first team in NFL history to allow both kickoff return touchdown and a punt return touchdown in back-to-back games. Consecutive. First of all, stop kicking the damn ball to Percy Harvin. Don't do it. Don't anybody kick the ball to Percy Harvin.
But what about the week before? It was 2 of them. So you're going to have like a list of like 15 players like, don't kick to this.
Well, let's not just talk about the Lions' deficiency, because we all know the Lions have plenty of deficiencies with their special teams, their secondary, and on offense. They have a lot of things that have been uncovered to us as the season has progressed. But we have to make sure that we give the Vikings the credit, because their defense played tremendous. Adrian Peterson is purely back. It's like he is a workhorse.
AD is, my first note about AD is simply AD is the shit. It's just like
no better way to say it. He's unstoppable.
And that Vikings offense have playmakers. They have Percy Harvin, who can come out of the backfield and be a receiver. Kyle Rudolph has done very well this season.
Percy's being who they wanted him to be. It looks like he's gotten past the injuries. That was his only weakness.
And he's gotten stronger from the injuries too.
Yeah, he's gotten stronger, and he hasn't had any of those migraines. Keep your fingers crossed.
Yeah, definitely.
But Stafford hitting Megatron in the end zone. Ball comes loose. He hits Pettigrew, drop again in the end zone.
It wasn't Stafford's fault this week. It wasn't.
No, not at all.
I watched the replay and I was
not at all.
He threw some really pretty balls and it was like, no.
Okay.
You don't want to pay him back for that?
The Detroit fans booed the Lions off the field at halftime. Yeah. I heard the boo.
If I was there, I'd have booed.
Yeah.
If I was there, I'd have booed.
I'd have booed too.
And I'd have bought him a drink after the game.
Yeah.
See, I give critical criticism. Like, look, man, you fucked up here. Take this bud.
Take this.
We're gonna talk about this. I got something else for you. But next up, I'm getting off task. The San Diego Chargers shellacked the Kansas City Chiefs, 37-20. I called that one. You called that one. Because I listened to the last show before this, so yeah. I think we all called that one the Chargers. You jumped on the Chiefs bandwagon just because.
Right.
You was like, I'm going to go against the grain. I'm going to pick the Chiefs. Yeah, don't do that.
The Kansas City Chiefs, man, they besides the Saints, they might, or maybe the Jets, they might be the one most disappointing team so far.
I think they're worse than the Jets. I think they're worse. Matt Castle has looked like he's back in California in high school.
It's really their defense. It's really their defense. Their defense is not living up to anything that anybody thought.
Glenn Dorsey and Tyson Jackson.
Terry Poe from Memphis.
But all these guys, they're big names.
Tom Bahati.
They're not playing well at all.
Eric Berry.
Paying all that money.
Well, I mean, Eric Berry, I'll say this about Eric Berry. He plays at a high level at the same
every week.
And I have a huge deal of respect for Romeo Cornell, but do you think it's him?
I think the Kansas City organization came into a situation last year where they lost their coach.
Todd Haley.
They wanted somebody to come in and simply keep following the mindset that Haley brought. And I don't think Romeo Cornell was the guy to think that he just fell into the position.
It just seems like at this point to me, because I've seen Cornell in a couple different situations. He seems like a better coordinator.
Right.
Than a head coach.
Yeah.
I don't know just from outside looking in, because I know it's a lot that goes on. I don't know if he can handle that load.
Well, I think he's a caretaker. You know, he's holding. You know, he's taking care of the team until they find the guy that they really want for the future.
Yeah.
And you know, he'll still be in the organization
Yeah,
afterwards and
But
stuff.
I don't think
but
the Kansas City Chiefs ain't gonna get it right for a while. They're one of those organizations. They're one of those organizations.
But they have a
respect to the
decent
drawing board.
roster.
get a quarterback.
You still got Jamal Charles.
I mean,
Get a quarterback.
You got Dexter McCluster.
I think their
Matt
offense.
Barkley.
I think their offense.
Matt Barkley.
Matt Barkley on the
I think
Chiefs.
their offense is solid. I don't think Matt Castle is a terrible quarterback.
But if Matt Barkley is there and the Chiefs are picking,
See, I'm not too.
do you take Matt Barkley?
I'm not too crazy about Matt Barkley.
I agree. I watched him last week and he looked
I'm not too crazy
incredibly
about him.
average.
He's looking more and more like.
He's playing down to his competition. If that makes sense. He just I expect so much more out of Barkley for as much hype as he gets, and then comparing to how he could have came out with luck and RG3 and been at the top, I don't see it.
To be honest with you, I think Geno Smith might have a better chance at being the #1 overall pick. Than
You just like Geno Smith's dope, but I think you just have a man crush.
Yeah.
That nigga's real.
Oh man,
He's the truth.
I'm in love with. Yeah, I'm in love with him too. I have to
He's
admit.
the truth.
Okay, we don't want to take you off task. Go ahead.
Oh
Keep
yeah,
going
we're gonna
with the
keep going
games.
down slate because we'll get to that too. We're gonna get to NCAA definitely. Tennessee Titans took a loss to, of course, the Houston Texans, 38-14.
I mean, I saw it coming. The one thing I really liked was that it seems like Houston is just hitting their stride.
Yeah.
It's just like now they're
They're
a
looking
team.
very dominant.
They're a team that scores 30 points a game. They can score 3 different ways. They have the combination on offense, and then they have the combination on defense. I thought it was funny because one of the Titans guards, he had something to say about him being against J.J. Watt. He put out a tweet saying, he only got me 2 times. It's not that serious. 2 times. Those 2 sacks, man.
Yeah, were huge.
He only got me 2 times.
Only 2 times.
You realize you get paid to not give those up.
Did I give those up?
Oh my god.
I mean, besides those 2 sacks,
I did great. I had a good game.
Ricky Smiley said it best. Common sense ain't common.
But I'm saying that J.J. Watt, having J.J. Watt on that defense, they're proving that Mario Williams wasn't shit.
Oh, he's definitely proven that in Buffalo, period, by himself. But I think the biggest thing in the Houston Texans way is themselves. They got to keep everybody healthy.
Yeah.
That's what you worry about, keeping
the
Schwab
only
healthy.
person I want to see go down is Matt Schaub.
Because you want Yates to come.
I want T.J. Yates to come in.
Well, I have to give one disclaimer. I picked the Titans, but only because I expected Locker to have a good game, not to get his left shoulder blown out.
Yeah, he got blown out.
When J.J. Watt hitting your ass.
The CJ2K did rush for $141.
Yeah,
Oh, that was bullshit.
that didn't help.
Those are bullshit.
It helped his ego.
It helped the fantasy owners.
When he's getting blown, he'll feel a lot better. Next up on the slate, the New England Patriots pulled out the horses and beat the shit out of the Buffalo Bills, 52-28.
This game started off with the Bills coming out hot, leading them 21-7.
Like they do.
Like they usually do in all games.
Yeah.
But the Patriots basically said, fuck this.
So wait a minute.
You had 2 100-yard rushers in Brandon Bolden and Stephen Ridley. 2 100-yard receivers in Rob Gronkowski and Wes Welker. This is freaking retarded.
It was a circus game.
Again, Mario Williams, where the fuck are you?
I think Mario is going fishing, for lack of a better word. He's going fishing.
And the other guy who drafted, didn't they draft a D tackle, Mr. Marcel Darius?
Oh, yeah.
Where is Marcel Darius? Man, these are huge payments that you.
Darius and Steven. Isn't Stephen Gilmore their first pick from this year?
Oh, Stephen Gilmore looked terrible, but
He's
looked very bad.
Look, I don't know what's going on with the motivation in that locker room, but it's not happening.
Well, I mean,
Who's their defensive coordinator? Do you guys know?
I was just gonna say I was gonna ask.
First of all, I don't care.
I know that I know Changeli's to blame for the offense.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
We seen that coming.
Oh yeah.
Man, that Buffalo team, for the names that they have and the talent.
I'm happy that they lost because now the Jets are still tied for first place.
Yes. The Jets, as much as you guys are down on the Jets, they're still tied for the top of the division.
With the Patriots, yeah.
Next up on the slate, the Cincinnati Bengals 27, the Jacksonville Jaguars 10. I don't think that was a surprise.
The Jaguars, they're just woefully. They're not ready for big competition.
You know what? It's a great thing they got that big money owner, because you gotta have money to blow with this team.
Well, I mean, they need a mascot. And I
You have to have money to blow.
Him with the mustache, that's a perfect mascot. They can run with that.
Yeah, this is probably he's spending his lunch money, but he's like, hey, eventually after a few years, that lunch money, you're gonna start getting irritated. Like, hey, man.
My whole thing with the Jaguars is I expected to see some sort of sign from Justin Blackman that he could be a big time receiver. I haven't seen it. I don't see the chemistry.
Well, he got off to a good start. So you see, you know what I'm saying? It's like you get size.
And with rookie, you got to temper it. You know, they go through so much as far as the change from the NCAA to the NFL. I give Blackman another season before I really put the jury out on him. But he's looked average for where he was picked at. He's looked average.
Another thing I want to say is Andy Dalton, man. People don't give him enough credit. Andy Dalton is playing as well as either one of the Mannings.
Is
as
Andy
well as
Dalton a
Rodgers.
top 15 quarterback in this league?
Yes.
Is he in the top half?
He definitely is. Right?
Top 15? Yes.
Yeah.
I would say so.
Like,
He
he's
hasn't
moving
missed
to
a
that
beat.
concept.
And he's in the
This
second
year,
season.
he's playing way better than Matt Stafford could ever dream of. Okay?
I wouldn't go that far.
I mean, he
I wouldn't quite say that he could ever dream of, but he's definitely playing better than Matt Stafford. You always try to put a little extra on it, but it's cool. Next up on the
I
slate,
I like the low ball.
the Denver Broncos beat up on the Oakland Raiders, 37-6. Peyton looked like Peyton in this game.
So it's just the Oakland Raiders, man. I don't know how.
Man, you can't discredit the Raiders. They got a good defense.
No, they don't.
They got a good
They don't.
defense.
They
got
don't.
Carson
You gave up
Palmer.
37
They got
points.
Carson Palmer. Because you want to throw lowers, let's do it.
Oh, I mean,
And they got D-Mac.
last week I gave Carson Palmer credit. I gave Carson Palmer credit for making a comeback drive to help his team win the game. But that seems like that's the only time that we'll ever see a breath or any sign of life from Carson Palmer. He was ass. All right, losing Darius Hayward-Bay is a big deal.
Oh, that's a huge
That's a big loss.
It's a very big loss. Denarius Moore is their quarterback. My question is, what the hell happened to Jacoby Ford? You had a lot of guys who were playmakers. Why didn't you keep these guys?
He's fishing with Mario Williams.
I don't know what's
In
going
Key
on.
West.
I don't know what's going on with this Raiders team. It seems like D-Mac is the only guy, and D-Mac can't do it by himself.
As much as they ripped Al Davis for the way he ran that team, I think the players that have been around miss it. They miss the way they're used to. That organization is going through a transition.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of there's some players that have been there for a while, and I think that they're going through the adjustment of a new coach, new system. They're completely being revamped as an organization. So
Yeah.
I think it's taking its toll because you don't see any chemistry, you don't see any unity, you don't see anybody representing that Raider Nation like we're used to. I haven't even seen Richard Seymour.
Yeah.
I mean, as good as the Raiders defense would like to say they are, they have a reputation for being a solid defense. But let's be honest with you, they are.
But these aren't the same Raiders, man. Once Al Davis exited,
Yeah,
it's all different now.
that's what I'm saying. It's a whole
Because that's all
thing.
they were up until the moment he died.
Yep.
They've just been Al Davis.
Al Davis, speed and big contracts. That's always been the Raiders. But yeah,
know.
First round picks.
shout out to Peyton Manning for looking like himself. Everybody who was hating on him talking about his arm strength, they were quieted. He had some real good balls that he threw.
Well, it helped that he had Willis McGahee who ran for 100 yards.
Absolutely.
You know?
He has what he has always wanted in Indianapolis. He has a balanced team.
Yeah.
Next up on the slate, the impressive Miami Dolphins take a overtime loss to the Arizona Cardinals. And Kevin Cobb with that magic, the last minute he made it happen. I can't hate on Cobb no more. He's done it for the past 4 weeks.
Kevin Cobb came into a situation this year where he lost his starting job. He lost it to John Skelton. And
John Skelton.
he basically had to. Skelton got hurt and he got the job back.
Didn't he play like 4 of them or something?
I don't know where Skelton played.
Exactly.
Shout out to Skelton. I hope he gets well soon.
Hey, Fordham University.
But Kevin Cobb has stepped in and done tremendously. And not to mention that defense has been playing lights out.
Oh, yeah.
I thought the Miami Dolphins,
yeah.
Ryan Tannehill, he looked extremely impressive. Brian Hartline, over 200 yards receiving.
Ryan Tannehill threw for 431
For
yards.
394 yards.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry, Miami had nearly 500 yards. They had 480 yards of offense.
Yeah.
I mean,
And they still lost.
It looks awesome. You know what I'm saying? But
I have to give a shout out to the Cardinals front seven.
Yeah.
They are looking
Bananas.
special.
Banana.
Special, like Baltimore Ravens, back in the day, special kind of look.
Special,
That's big
special,
brain.
like going
Yeah.
back to the Super Bowl when they had Kurt Warner.
This defense blows away that defense, man. They'd have won that Super Bowl with this defense.
Oh yeah.
It wouldn't have even been close.
So is it one of those situations where Cobb just has to not lose the game?
well,
Yeah.
what I think with Cobb is showing that he has the ability to take a team down for a winning drive. He's going to have to do that.
Yeah, he's going to.
If he wants to.
Because their schedule's going to get tougher. They've had some okay games.
To me, they have the toughest schedule in the NFL right now in the NFC West.
Yeah.
My notes on the game is he started off messed up. Okay, with 30 seconds to go before the half, Cobb threw an interception. That was a bad one.
Yeah.
All right. It was 13-0 Miami at the half.
At the half.
Okay.
As you pushing them.
And Tannehill almost had 300 yards. He had like 299 yards already at the half.
At the half.
But then all of a sudden, Miami, who were throwing up a donut, in the first half. Arizona. They go back and forth, and then all of a sudden, Cobb goes crazy. He hits Roberts for a touchdown. Who is this kid, Roberts?
Andre Roberts from the Citadel?
The wide receiver?
Andre Roberts
He's the shit.
I remember when he got drafted.
Michael Floyd also looks very good.
Michael Floyd did look good.
And of course, you got Fitz.
But I mean, he's under Fitz. Imagine what those workouts are like.
Well, I mean, with Larry Fitzgerald being as good as a receiver he is, he's always going to bring people with him.
Absolutely.
And the fact that the Cardinals have receivers. Ken Whisenhunt has always been a coach who stockpiled himself with wide receivers. He's always had a good.
He just needed a quarterback for 2 years.
Yeah,
That's all.
yes.
So
and
all
I think
of
Kevin Cobb could be that guy.
Yeah, Kevin Cobb can do it.
He's proven himself.
All you have to do is give him a little bit of time. Tannehill all of a sudden decided to become Bob Greasy or something, and he started hitting Brian Hartline, who went berserk.
So how do you think this Dolphins team feel about their future now? Do they feel a little bit more secure at
Well, I
quarterback?
think they feel more secure on the offensive side. The one thing I noticed about the Miami Dolphins defense is that with interior rushing defense, they are second to none in the league.
They still got Cameron Wake on that defense.
They still
right?
have Cameron Wake, Carlos Dansby. They still have some of those main guys.
They got some good pieces.
But that defensive line is very good, and that Arizona Cardinals offense couldn't run.
What was the
ball.
name of that kid was he from Penn State?
Jared
Odrick, the one we wanted.
Jared
Odrick,
Odrick,
yeah.
another guy.
Jared Odrick, he's good.
But the Cardinals had a lot of trouble running the ball, of course. But that's
They've never been a great rushing team.
what I'm saying. I think that's what they're going to need that if they want to continue the success.
They're trying to go by Beanie Wells. He's just so fragile.
Well, Ryan Williams has been the guy who's been running up, taking most of the snaps, and he's proven that he's looking more busted.
Yeah.
More of a
They
bust.
haven't done well at the running back position. When you think all that the past few years, Ryan Williams, Beanie Wells, Lerod Stevens, Howling, what's the other guy they have with the dreadlocks? They had a few running backs.
The other guy.
Hightower. I'm sorry. He had dreads.
Tim
Right.
Hightower.
Yeah, Hightower.
I mean, some of those guys were serviceable backs, but none of them are, perennial starters.
Right. All right, next up on the slate, he did it again. RG3, baby.
RG3,
Pulled
baby!
it
Yeah!
out. 24-22, and RG3 beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
I got 2 rookie cards already.
Yeah. Those would be worth some money.
I have one thing to say about RG3. I think RG3 is a great player. Excellent. But that Redskins defense has to be the one worst passing defense.
You just lost like 2 key starters.
All right, Paul.
But that doesn't take away from your secondary. The fact that your secondary is
But you're not getting any kind of if you're not
Rush,
getting
yeah.
any pressure. How is that means the backfield's gonna have to
You
hold
lost character
longer.
and you lost a rack.
What I'm saying is,
Two
I
key
don't think
starters.
this Redskins team can go far. I mean, no doubt that RG3 is.
I mean, give him some time to adapt to the change.
I don't think anybody
But there's
expects
still-
him to be more than 8-8.
No. I don't see him going higher than 80. No, it's impossible.
I think that's an accomplishment for them.
Oh yeah, for the
It's a step in the right direction.
Oh yeah.
It takes time, man. You can't expect him to come in.
Well, the way RG3 is playing, he's playing at a freaking, elite quarterback
Absolutely.
level. And when you have an elite quarterback, you want to be able to take.
But I mean, I think it's similar to what Cam did last season.
Right.
It's in that same mode.
It's a process.
It's a process. Because next year, you're going to have tape on RG3. He's going to have to definitely add a lot more kinks to that offense next season.
Yeah.
Well, the one thing I think the Redskins have done, they finally got themselves a running back.
Alfred Morris.
Alfred Morris is a load.
That boy is wild, man. He makes yards where you don't think he made yards.
Yeah.
He'll go into the pile, and before you know it, he's got like 6 yards, and you're like, wow.
But Shanahan, that's Shanahan's strength.
Yeah.
He knows how to pick running backs.
He finds
He
running
picked a
back.
very good running back in Alfred Morris.
Oh, and did anybody see the hit that Mark Barron laid out on RG3?
missed it.
I
heard about it, though.
Mark Barron is looking better and better every week.
Wow.
I kind of wish the Jets would pick Mark Barron in the NFL draft.
He wasn't
is
gonna be
looking.
there. He
All
wasn't
these
gonna
Alabama guys who have come out in the draft,
Alabama's a solid program.
except Courtney Upshaw. Courtney Upshaw's been the one who haven't really been.
I think he's done okay.
Well, with the Ravens, I don't think he hasn't made a big splash.
But he has big shoes to fill.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
He's trying
he
to.
hasn't done a very
He's
good
trying
job.
to fill T Sizzle.
And he hasn't.
Those are extremely big shoes.
And he
to fill.
but he hasn't done a very good job.
I don't think anybody expected him to. He just has to be serviceable.
He hasn't been serviceable either. He hasn't even
give him a chance.
I'll give him
I mean, think about it. That's a veteran defense.
But I think Mark Barron, Trent Richardson, Dante Hightower, those guys are playing excellent.
The majority of the top 10 picks look decent outside of Dontari Poe. For the most part, everybody.
And Blackman.
Even Blackman, you can kind of temper it. Like, okay, he hasn't looked horrible. He just hasn't looked great. That's the problem.
He hasn't caught any balls.
He's caught in some. They just haven't been pretty. It's been ugly. It's been like, here. Next up on the slate, I hated this game. The Saints lost to the Green Bay Packers 28-27. The Saints had the opportunity more than one time to win this game.
Yeah.
More than one time.
That's the difference between teams who win and teams who lose.
Now, I have to go off on a bit of a tangent. I know we'll get back to it again later. Drew Brees has gotten Sean Payton, Joe Vitt, a pass to come to the game this week.
Yeah.
To watch him break Johnny Unitas' record. 47 consecutive games with a touchdown. Is that not interesting? Do you not think Sean Payton will be throwing up gang signs?
I don't think they'll allow it.
No, they're going to have him in a private area, but
that's
just an interesting concept, you know?
Yeah, man.
I mean, maybe that can be.
Well, he does it, and they do the ceremony because they're going to do a ceremony. That's what they do now. They stop the game and they do a ceremony. Does Peyton and the other coordinator come out to, give him a handshake or give him a hug?
I don't think they come out. I think if they come out, that crowd will go insane.
Yeah, well.
I think
that's part of the reality show that is the NFL.
Yeah. I think you have to keep them in whatever booth they're in, and they're just gonna do a camera shot to the booth. Like it's been said that Sean Payton is in that room, and we're getting word. Yes, he is in there.
You'll see the back of somebody's head.
Yeah.
Like, wow, that's the back of his head.
Yeah. I think it's gonna get blown way out of proportion, but I just find that extremely interesting. Suspended for the season.
It's crazy how a team that's 0-4 can get so much love.
Well, because their quarterback is still he's still an elite quarterback.
Oh yeah, he's still an elite quarterback. He did a lot of good things right.
He's a leading passer last week.
But he got a lot of help from the referees, I felt last week. There were some calls that were blatantly missed.
Well, yeah, that fumble. Yeah, that fumble was huge.
There was a fumble that they called.
Darren Sproles. They caught it down by contact.
Caught it down by contact. Darren Sproles dropped that ball.
That was huge, but the Packers still, to their credit, just like the week before, they took it in stride, and this time it worked in their favor. They won the game.
Right.
Because the Saints had a chance to win with a field goal, and they just missed.
Right.
So, shout out to you Saints. Even though I hate y'all, I love y'all. Y'all get back on the horse. I did 0-16. Y'all can take 0-4. Next up on the slate, the New York Football Giants fall to the Philadelphia Eagles. Mike Vick actually looked like a quarterback this week.
I thought the Giants basically gave up this game. I thought that Sean McCoy played tremendous.
Yeah.
He did his thing, and I think that the Eagles have finally found a mixture of him and Vic.
Yeah, 131 yards.
He shut OC up.
Well, OC.
Yeah, he did shut OC.
OC Umenyiora, those defensive ends they showed a big flaw in their game. They can't contain. I'll say this: they couldn't contain Michael Vick because Usi Umenyiora.
That's something that a lot of people can't do.
They're coming. They're crashing. That's what they do as defensive ends. They're quick, so they're crashing to the inside. And Michael Vick is just running around them, running around.
He looked like he was back at Virginia Tech.
Yeah, he looked very good, but I think it was all because of those defensive ends on the Giants. They weren't playing fundamentals.
But I'm a silent, still Michael Vick supporter, so I was glad because that week before they were ripping him. Yeah. Oh, did Andy Reid make a mistake? Is Michael Vick done in Philly? Like, damn, it's week 4, fellas.
It's Philadelphia.
It's week 4, fellas.
It's just as bad as New York.
Easy. And it's week 4 and they're 2-1.
Come on, man. He's the dog killer.
Hey, listen, they're doing the same thing to the Jets when they was 2-1, man.
He's the dog killer, man. He's evil.
And our last game, so we can get out of last week and get into this week. Oh my God, this game completely blew my top. We were all extremely wrong. The Chicago Bears put up 34 points against the Dallas Cowboys, who scored 18. Romo with 5 picks.
Listen.
Oh my God.
Everybody's shooting down Tony Romo. Oh, Tony Romo's trying.
I'm not shooting him down, but 5 picks, my man.
Hey man, but 3 of those picks weren't his fault.
No, that's true.
3 of these picks were
that's true.
Of those picks were not.
That's true. Dez Bryant ran the wrong route.
Kevin Ogletree
tipped the ball.
Dropped the ball. Tipped the ball.
Yeah.
When you have a great defense in Chicago. Chicago played great defense.
I mean, they were very opportunistic.
What happened to that great Dallas defense?
Now that's the question I had.
My whole thing was with the secondary. I thought the secondary played better, but I think Brandon Marshall basically proved why he is an All-Pro.
Only player that I think on Dallas that played that even showed up was DeMarcus Ware.
Mm-hmm. Didn't he always show up?
He had a couple pretty sacks.
Yeah.
He had one where he fought through like 3 people. It wasn't, a lot of guys can get their sacks off speed.
Yeah.
He just mauled 3 different dudes.
But I think
all of you dudes that got mauled, pick your dicks up. Cause I watched it and they played back in slow motion like 1, rip, swim, move out the way, sack. Like that's the way you do it right there, damn it. He's an old school player. I love it. I love DeMarcus Ware.
Mm-hmm. I feel that Morris Claiborne got a nice little piece of what it's like to deal with a top flight receiver in the NFL. He couldn't handle Brandon Marshall, not only the strength but the speed.
I told you, man. Didn't I tell you? Brandon Marshall with Cutler,
and he's motivated.
When they get it back together again,
and he's on his meds.
They're still in their prime. Yeah, and he's on his medication.
And let's realize this team doesn't have Matt Forte. Matt Forte
looked good when he played. Though.
When he played, he didn't play that much. I don't think he should have played that
Save
much.
him for the playoffs.
His ankle got messed up again. But I think Michael Bush is
But even after he got hurt, he still came in and made a big run.
Yeah, he did come in.
Yeah.
And then they took him out. They're like, all right, cool. We just had to make sure everything was clicking and popping.
The offensive coordinator had him on the fantasy team. He had to make sure.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Had to make sure he gets that.
That was last week's slate, and now we're gonna move forward. We're gonna keep it rolling. We got a good chemistry in here right now. I just turned the air on, so I'm waiting on it to generate. It's getting a little hot.
It is splitting.
I'm sorry, brother.
Oh God.
My kids get sick easily, so I have to keep it warm in here.
No, I totally understand.
I hate it. I hate the sweat, but I'm getting off task. Week 5. You gotta love us here on Real Talk, cause we keep it real. That's what I love about our shows, man. We do not fit in any bracket. We allow ourselves to be who we are, and that's what's gonna make us special. And you guys give us that $1 million contract.
And I don't even want the contract. Give me a big booty hoe, man.
I don't want that. They don't pay enough. They get lazy once they get used to you. That's another show. Week 5 of the NFL. We got some good games this week, man. Tonight, Thursday night, we got a Thursday night game. The 4-0 Arizona Cardinals playing the 2-2 St. Louis Rams. I think this is a good matchup.
Very good matchup, man. NFC West division matchup.
The West?
I'm sorry.
You're good. I just never heard of the West.
NFC West divisional matchup is a great game. Two rivalry teams. All right.
One great defense and one good defense.
I think NFL Network is happy because I didn't think they expected these 2 teams to get
this originally when you looked at the schedule, this looked like a toilet game.
Oh yeah.
But now it's like both of these teams are on the uprise.
Right.
Sam Bradford is starting to come back around and not look as fragile, Steven Jackson. Kevin Cobb is playing good.
Their Rams defense is playing a lot.
The Cardinals defense is beating
Let me tell you something. As much as I liked how the Cardinals defense, the front 7 looked last week, they better not have Wayne Hunter out there. Let me tell Mr. Schottenheimer, do not put Wayne Hunter out there because he cannot handle none of them boys from Arizona.
Hey, he might be needing his Wheaties, man. He might be motivated.
Man, he needs some meth.
Oh, man.
Get to that point.
Do black guys do, man?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Man, you know, a lot of black people try to be like white people. So
I'm not saying they don't. I
wouldn't be surprised.
I just have never heard black people like, yo, somebody got that meth? Next up on the slate.
We didn't even give a projection, man. I'm gonna win, man.
Well, I'm definitely Cardinals. I don't think the Rams have a prayer. I think the Cardinals front 7 is gonna dominate them, 20-3.
Oh man, I don't think it's gonna be that wide of a deficit. I think the Arizona Cardinals do have a good defense, but their offense isn't up to scratch yet, in my opinion. I think the Rams will be close, but I don't think they'll be able to win it. I think Arizona Cardinals will win it in a nail biter, 17-14.
I'm going to say it's going to be very close. It's going to be like a 10-13 game. I'm going to give the edge to the Rams.
Right.
I'm going to give it to the Rams. Arizona has to come down to the earth eventually. So I'm going to go ahead and say the Rams on that one. Sam Bradford throws 2 touchdown passes. And one of them gets called back and they end up kicking a field goal.
Who did he throw the touchdown pass to?
We're working on that.
Jeff Fisher. Next up on the slate.
I say Patrick Peterson's going to return 186 yards. Pick 6.
Man, you can't call pick 6.
Pick 6.
How do you do that?
I don't know.
Hey, man, he's an analyst.
Hey, man, I think Illuminati's in the building.
Yeah, that hurt.
I'm sorry. Edit.
No, we keep it next on the slate. The Miami Dolphins at 1-3 versus the Cincinnati Bengals, who are 3-1. I think this is another good matchup, actually, because Miami did not look bad last week.
I don't think that the Miami Dolphins have a chance against the Cincinnati Bengals team. I think they hit their stride. Ben Jarvis-Greenell has proven that he's a solid runner. AJ Green, I don't see anybody on that team who can deal with AJ Green.
Oh yeah, they got rid of Vontae.
With his playmaking ability, I think the defense for the Bengals has stepped up. I don't see Ryan Tannehill having as good of a game, passing-wise as he did.
I don't know now. The way Hartline plays, that's a lot of confidence to
First
fall.
of all, I'll say this. Hartline looked great, and I think they have a great chemistry with each other. But I don't think that the matchup is the same. I think this Bengals defense will have a better grip on that and on what Ryan Tannehill.
Who's their lead cornerback?
Leon Hall.
Leon Hall.
Leon Hall's their lead guy.
Right.
I have the Bengals winning big. Bengals winning big, 28-10.
Oh, I like the Bengals big time. I like Dalton and AJ Green to connect at least 2 times because I don't think the Dolphins have any corners, that I can think of. So
Got rid of them.
I mean, so I think it'll be like Bengals like 24-10.
I think the same thing. I'm gonna go with you, Luke. I think it's gonna be Bengals 24-10. Shout out to you, Miami. I appreciate y'all for looking better, but
Well,
I hate you, Miami. But
one thing I can say about Miami is that Ryan Tannehill, with all the people shooting him down, he is an NFL quality quarterback. He's a quality NFL quarterback. He's better than goddamn Max Morris.
Unfortunately, I have to admit it.
what? Let me move on before he changes his mind. Next game up on the slate, the 2-2 Green Bay Packers go out to Indianapolis to take on Andrew Luck, Kobe Fleener.
This is an interesting matchup because I feel that last week the Indianapolis Colts had a bye. Recently they lost their head coach, Chuck Pagano.
Oh, that's big.
Chuck Pagano's been out. He has cancer, he has leukemia. He's going to do chemotherapy. He's trying to get rid of it.
Shout out to you, Chuck.
Shout out to you, Chuck. Wish you all the luck.
Bruce Arians is running the team now.
It'll be interesting to see how Andrew Luck takes that hit because a head coach to a rookie quarterback.
Oh, that's huge.
That's a huge chemistry. They have to have good chemistry, and I think losing him might shake them a little bit. The Packers, I think the Packers need this win. I don't think they can afford to have another loss, especially with the Vikings and the Bears playing the way
They still got the whole division to play.
They still have those guys to play. I think this will help them win. This will help them have a good chance of going back to the playoffs. I got the Packers in this one, even though the Colts are home. I think Andrew Luck's going to have a big game, but I just don't see the Packers letting this one get away from my Packers. Packers 20-14.
What about you, Lou?
Packers 30, Colts 17.
I'm going to say Packers 34, Colts 21.
Across the board, Packers, man.
Yeah, across the board Packers. I mean, this is going to be... That
I like
team
the Colts,
has to-
but is it their defense? Man?
I was about to say, I haven't seen anything from their defense.
Well, except Mathis. Robert Mathis is getting plenty of sacks this year.
But I haven't seen much from Dwight Freeney. He's starting to look his age, which you hate to see from a defensive end. But it happens, Next up on the slate, the 0-4 Cleveland Browns going out to New York to play them Giants.
Before I even say anything, man, I have Eli Manning on my fantasy team.
Okay. Well, we know how you're going.
Yeah, you know how my week is gonna go. But nah, man. The Browns looked good last week. I think the Ravens were playing down to their competition, though. Their defense is better. The Giants' defense is way better in my opinion, than the Ravens' defense.
And they're going to want to rebound. They lost to Philly last week.
If they're motivated, boy, it's going to be ugly.
You might see a Ramses Barden sighting.
I mean, you might see a Dominic Hickson sighting.
He's going to be back?
Dominic Hickson, yeah, he's going to be back. It's interesting because the Giants have so many freaking weapons.
Yeah.
I don't know if Akeem Nixon's going to play, but he probably won't even have to play. I know Bradshaw's playing and Andre Brown's back there too. They have so many guys and they can give the ball to. Eli Manning's going to have a fun night. JPP's going to have a fun night.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how many sacks JPP gets.
Well, they won't be getting any on my man Joe Thomas out there. He's gonna have that side lockdown, but the other side is gonna be raining men.
Yeah.
It's going to be raining, and I feel bad. I'm apologizing to you right now, DeQuell Jackson, because you have your work cut cut out for you.
I mean, he's a great
You
player.
played well. Yeah, he played well. But can you imagine how things are going to be running across his face? Him and Joe Hayden better strap him up.
Yeah.
Well, I actually got info that Joe Hayden will probably not be playing this game.
Oh, it's over.
Yeah,
It's
gonna
over.
Be, it's gonna be really
If Joe Hayden doesn't play,
if Joe Hayden doesn't play,
it's
it's
over.
Be really tough. But either way, I have the Giants winning big. I'm gonna go 42-10.
woo!
Yeah,
I'm winning big. I'm talking about
that's
winning
big. I give it like 17 zip.
Trent Richardson gets the one touchdown.
17 zip shutout.
17 zip. I'm going to go ahead and say 31-3.
So you don't think Trent Richardson gets to the end zone?
He gets close.
I think Trent Richardson's gonna get to the end zone. He's too good.
Yes and no. Well, yeah, if he stays behind Joe Thomas, maybe. That's going to be
If they
it.
start,
left side.
if they start getting to the quarterback, it ain't gonna matter.
You might see Coach McCoy this week. Next up on the slate, the 3-1 Philadelphia Eagles, who are getting no respect, are going out to a great matchup with the Pittsburgh Steelers, who are 1-2, and that's not indicative of their record.
Philadelphia.
The
Pennsylvania.
Battle of Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
I felt that the Pittsburgh Steelers played one good game, and that was against the Jets. The other two games they've played, they have not looked very good.
They're looking old.
First of all, you lost to the Oakland Raiders. I have no respect for
But they always play Oakland tough. Oakland always plays them well.
It's a rivalry. It's a rivalry from way back
But
when.
they're so bad.
They're not that bad.
Yes,
Vinny.
they are, man.
Vinny, you are such a prisoner of the moment.
The Raiders are so terrible.
They are terrible.
No, it's not that the Raiders are terrible. Okay,
It's Carson Palmer.
Carson Palmer is
So you
terrible.
don't like Rolando McClain?
I like.
You don't like Richard
I
Seymour?
like players.
Their
on the team.
defense is solid.
But that's just like saying I like players on the Jaguars. It doesn't mean that they don't suck.
Oh, you can't compare the Jaguars to the Raiders.
Right there, yeah, they're with each other right now.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
The Raiders are better than the Jaguars.
How so?
Across the board. The only benefit that the Jaguars have with the Raiders is MJD.
Yeah. Everything else is washed up.
Maurice Jones-Drew, for those who don't know.
Only
Yeah.
everything else to me is
Acronyms.
washed. Carson Palmer, Blaine Gabbert, both trash.
Carson's not trash.
Carson Palmer is buns. All
He
right?
played well last week.
Buns. That
Give me a
means
score, trash man.
Okay, man. I don't give the Raiders. Oh, I'm sorry. We didn't talk about the Raiders. I get it.
He's so deep in the Raider hate.
I'm telling you.
I hate the Raiders, man.
That's proof right there.
We're talking about Philly and
Philly and
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
It's a very good game. It'll be really interesting. Terrible towels everywhere. I got the Pittsburgh Steelers winning big though. I think Michael Vick's gonna have trouble.
And they're at Heinz Field.
They're at Heinz Field. I think he's gonna have trouble at the Steelers' home, and I think LaShawn McCoy isn't gonna get as many yards as he did last week.
Mendenhall will be back this week.
That's big, but
James Harrison will be back this week.
I don't think that Mendenhall will have. I think James Harrison's huge.
Troy Polamalu's coming back.
Trent Polamalu will be back.
And
Polamalu.
So we might actually get to see a Steelers team that's actually not in crutches for the first time this season. So I have the Steelers winning. I have them winning a nail biter, a real close game. They'll probably win it from a last-second field goal, 17-14.
Luke?
17-16 Steelers.
Well, I guess I gotta jump on the bandwagon. 17-10 Steelers.
Woo! Across the board, no Eagles, man.
Because
I'm changing my pick now.
the Steelers need this.
Yeah.
They need this more than Philly. They're 1-2. People are starting to lose faith in that team.
Well, it all depends how Michael Vick comes out at the beginning of the game. If he starts fast,
That's true too.
It'll be a long
because we
game.
haven't seen much from Deshaun Jackson.
No. And Macklin being hurt too. That's when
Macklin stays hurt.
Yeah.
He's another fragile player. Needs a box of body parts for Christmas. It's cool. Next up on the slate, my 4-0 Atlanta Falcons head out to Washington to play RG3.
Hey man, if there was ever a time that I saw a reason to not pick the Redskins, I mean, you're talking about the worst passing defense in the league against the best passing offense in the league.
Once again, I got to pull out these little matchups. D'Angelo's playing, man. He came from Atlanta. He despises Atlanta for the way that they did Michael Vick and him at the end of his career in Atlanta. I think D'Angelo is going to try his hardest to play extremely well because he's probably going to be on Roddy White.
He can't stop either Roddy White or Julio.
I never said he could, but there's a certain thing about a player when they want to play somebody. You know, it's a certain element that you get that you might not get every week.
See, I would have said that, but after seeing Santonio Holmes play the Steelers the way he did, I don't believe it anymore.
Well, Santonio's the worst out of those receivers. When you look at who they got on the Steelers now versus him, he's in his rightful position.
Well, I have one thing to say about the Falcons, though. The Falcons have proven to me to be the best offense in the NFL at this point of the season. Nobody to me is better. The only team that might be even close is maybe the Patriots, but that's only after they played the Bills and put out that 52-point showing. That's the only other team that can be close to, in my opinion, and maybe the Ravens. Joe Flacco's doing great.
We spent a lot of time in the weight room. You know, we drank a lot of energy shakes and push-ups.
I think RG3 is going to have a good game.
Yeah, he's going to have a good game.
But I just have the Falcons. I think it's going to be a shootout.
He's a hard player to contain, period.
This is going to be a shootout, man. I got the Falcons winning, though, 36-28.
I know that look. He wants the upset.
It's gonna be.
Is that an upset? Is that an upset?
It's gonna be 27-24 Redskins.
Oh! I knew it. I can tell.
RG3.
He had that cat-like menacing look.
I'm in love with RG3. It's a love affair.
Is that your crush for this?
It's a love affair.
That's more than a crush, man.
I'm actually crushing on my quarterback, on Matt Ryan. And I think that Matt Ryan is going to come out fired. And I think that because they underestimated the Carolina Panthers and they have a similar quarterback in RG3, they're not going to make that mistake again. I say the Falcons put it away 34-21.
I disagree when people say that RG3 and Cam Newton are the same type of
No, that's why I said similar. I didn't say the same because they have a lot of differences,
Yeah,
but
they-
as far as being a mobile quarterback who can pass, that's what I mean specifically when I say similar.
Whenever I think of Cam Newton, I think more power O.
Yeah.
When I think of RG3, I'm thinking more finesse. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. But I mean, this is as far as the way you have to game plan for them.
I see RG3 more of as a Vic type of guy. You know, a righty Vic, but this is my opinion.
But I think you give our defense probably a quarter and a half, and they'll figure it out. Because I think initially those first few drives are going to be huge because that adjustment to how Washington is running that offense, almost like Baylor. It's going to take a few snaps to figure that shit out.
This is going to be, I think, the week where we see the Atlanta Falcons defense come back to earth. They've been playing way above average. I mean, way above what they are. I think they're good. I don't think they're as good as they've been.
He just keeps shooting them, doesn't he?
Man, I have not disrespected.
They're really good, but
I mean, they've been playing way above average.
Way above what is their average. What they
Right. Not making it any better, but it's cool. It's cool.
Hey, man.
I'm built with
Teflon.
That's fine. But yeah, I think the Falcons will win 34-21.
I still haven't winning though.
I think RG3 will still throw for close to 300 yards. I think Morris will run for probably about 70, 80 yards. He won't get 100, but he'll get good numbers. But it's gonna come down to those passing games. I don't know who RG3 can depend on for that big play, for that finishing play.
Pierre Garçon.
Is he healthy?
I don't know.
Leonard Hankerson.
You know those French guys, man.
Leonard Hankerson
they always
has been
eat salads.
a guy that has been reliable. Santana Moss, of course, is there. But RG3 can make something out of nothing. If anybody can do it, it's RG3.
Yeah, RG3. All right, next up on the slate. The 3-1 Baltimore Ravens head out to Kansas City, head out to Arrowhead.
Now that's weird. They have that at 1 o'clock. That's the last 1 o'clock game.
Yeah.
Out in Kansas City?
Kansas
I
City.
usually figured that Kansas City would have, the 4 o'clock games. And they have a Jaguars game at 4 o'clock. How weird is that?
Man,
That's the NFL for you.
Okay, but go
So
ahead.
he kind of paying for all of that.
Go ahead.
And one top slot.
I'm sorry.
I think the Kansas City Chiefs have to show it 1 week. It's not this week. They're gonna get the fire beat out of them.
Hey man, Baltimore Ravens coming out. Ray Rice, big play running back, big play receiver, Torrey Smith, big play quarterback,
Ray Lewis, Ed Reed,
big play defense.
Courtney Upshaw.
The Ravens are gonna have a fun time.
Courtney Upshaw.
Yeah, man, I don't know. Courtney Upshaw eventually on that defense, he has to step up and break out because everybody else in that defense.
First of all, Courtney Upshaw is not the guy I'm afraid of. All right, everybody else is gonna.
I mean, I'm not saying be afraid of him, but he has to
Upshaw
he's gonna have a moment, Finney.
He's gonna have.
You're such a fucking hater. You're such a hater, man.
He will be pancaked twice.
Oh man, who's he gonna get pancaked by?
Who No, Don Terry Poe might make an appearance.
They gonna put Don Terry Poe at guard?
Fullback, runner.
No, I don't think Jamal Charles would agree.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's the thing that pisses you off about Kansas City, because on paper they look like a good team. On paper.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, alright. I don't know what to say about them except the fact that they're comparable to the Oakland Raiders. They're ass.
Yep.
Ass of ass.
Now, what I've heard is we've been hearing rumblings about that backup quarterback might be getting some love.
Brady Quinn.
Mike Golick, has been loving that. Notre Dame man.
Yep.
He's like, he's looked buff and he's gotten in shape.
First of all, if Brady Quinn is the answer, man, if anybody's worse than Carson
but what do we even know about Brady Quinn? When was the last time he played?
With the Browns, and I remember seeing his head into the dirt plenty of times.
But he was a rookie.
No, he wasn't a rookie anymore. Not with the Browns. I've seen him with the Browns.
He was with the Browns for what, 2 years, 2.5 years?
Listen, he was not better than Colt McCoy. He was not.
No, he wasn't.
He wasn't
better than Colt McCoy. But I still think Brady Quinn has a place somewhere. He hasn't played. My thing is,
so you think he should start for that team? That's a terrible idea.
No. I'm saying if Castle keeps playing the way he does with his inefficiency.
I say go get Vince Young. He's better than that damn Brady.
They don't want Vince Young. They dropped him. They had Vince Young.
They need to bring his ass.
Well, no, I'm sorry. Buffalo had Vince Young.
They need to get Vince Young.
Vince Young, he needs to stay in that clinic he's in. The therapy. Maybe next season.
Ravens win big, 35 zip.
Wow! 35 zip? Damn!
Yeah, Ravens 28-6.
28-6. Damn. Well, Flacco and I was about to say Joe Torre. Flacco and Torrey Smith. Joe Torre is a comic for those of you who don't know. Flacco and Torrey Smith are going to connect for 2 touchdowns. Ray Rice is going to run for like $120. I'm going to say Baltimore 24, Kansas City 14. 24-14.
Wow. You think they're going to get 14 points?
I'm giving them. Luke, they look piss poor every game. At some point, the football guys have to say, yeah.
No, man. I don't see you're giving the football guys too much credit. The football guys
do it to us every year.
They don't affect the game.
So you thought the Vikings were going to beat the 49ers?
But see, that has nothing to do with the football guys.
It doesn't?
No, it has something to do with those players.
I mean, it always has something to do with the players, but you don't think that it was a little dust sprinkled on that game?
No, man. I think that the offensive.
You don't think Patrick Willis' heels got stuck in the mud, any?
Listen, I think that the Vikings were more physical than the Niners last week. Wow. And I think that
Don't let Harbaugh hear you saying that. He might punch you in the mouth.
Well, tell him beat the goddamn Vikings. Suck my balls.
Dang. Wow. Damn, birthday boy going.
Calling out everybody. Oh, one more thing, man. Are we still on the Ravens or are we done with the Ravens?
You go ahead. I haven't moved on yet.
One more thing about the Ravens, man. Ravens, I'm disappointed in their defense. I thought their defense would be top 10, at least.
What are they, 11?
No, they're 27th in pass defense. Oh. These guys have been looking piss poor.
But the Ravens never invest in cornerbacks.
Well,
and they lost the.
Well, they did. They picked that.
And they lost Suggs.
In the first round, they picked Jimmy Smith out of the cornerback.
And that lets you know how good he is.
And that lets you know the type of cornerback that this team drafts. All right. This is a problem to me. I think if you're the Ravens, you should have the best defense year in and year out. And the fact that your cornerbacks are trash, and Ed Reed is still back there without any help after 50 years in the league. You know what I mean? Like, shout out to Ed Reed, shout out to Ray Lewis, shout out to Haloti Ngata. Those guys do it big, man. But everybody else needs to step up.
But you need to talk to Ozzie Newsome about that, man.
They're coming around, man. They're coming around. You got to give them a second. We're only in the 5th week, Vinny. I told you from the week 1 of this show, you got to wait till week 6. Week 6 is when teams are who they are.
See, man, waiting isn't what I do.
I can tell. It's going to be a good birthday for you, kid. Next up on the slate, the 3-1 hot as fire Chicago Bears versus the not even with the pulse Jacksonville Jaguars at 1-3 in Jacksonville.
Listen, this is a game where I can see the Bears dropping the ball. All right, they're historically a team that they come out and play big in the big stage.
They win ugly.
But then they come and face a team that's not so good, and they play to their competition. I think this is an easy chance for the Jaguars. Well, I won't say an easy chance, but this is a chance for the Jaguars to come out and get a victory out of nothing. I think that MJD can get going, and if he can get going, that's how the team goes.
What is the Bears' weakness on offense? I mean, like, if you're the Jacksonville Jaguars, what's your game plan?
Well, as the Jaguars, one thing you want to do is make sure that Cutler is under fire. Make sure Cutler is under duress, because if Cutler can't get the throws to Brandon Marshall, then they won't really have an offense. I want that front seven of the Jaguars.
So who does that fall on? Paul Posnowski and Tyson Alualu?
Those guys, basically. All right.
Yeah.
Those are the only two players I know in their defense.
I'm going with the upset here. I'm going with the home team. I'm going with the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Wow, Blaine Gabbert sighting. Is he playing? Or?
Yeah, I think he's gonna play.
Where's my boy Chad Henne gonna take the reins?
Fucking Chad Henne.
What's Blackman gonna do?
Listen, it's not Blackman. It's all gonna be on MJD.
Well, who is it?
MJD.
MJD's
He's gonna rush for 300
Maurice
yards.
Jones
I'm not
Jr.
saying
gonna
300
run
yards. I
for.
think he's gonna run for over 100, maybe 150. I think Blaine Gabbert's gonna have a solid game. Maybe he's probably gonna throw a touchdown. I don't think he's gonna blow the water with their offense.